It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show.
Yeah, it is. Back into it live, baby. Doing Drive, 4 to 6, a little earlier. It's not going to matter if you listen to the podcast.
No, personally, Belle, you just said this off air, so I'm taking your thunder here, but it has fritzed my body clock a little bit. Like at the moment, this is 3:05 at the time of recording.
You guys' body clock is fritzed?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Well, yours would be extra fritzed.
Work body clock is fritzed. Like, like normally we'd be doing this at 5, but we're doing it at 3,
Like
and I'm just like, how much time do we have? I don't know.
3:05 right now is when we get to work.
Yeah, well, if you're Fritz, I am Cabanossi. I am
You're bung.
I'm Bung Fritz. I'm the whole hog. Like I'm 4 kilos of Bung Fritz. Still in the rope.
Yeah, can you talk us through the last 24 hours?
Last 24. Hard to. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a journey. Because yes, I've been away. Went to Glasgow. Was in the south of France for a little bit and saw the first Oasis show, which was incredible. And that was Friday night, which would have been Saturday morning Australian time. And so then I woke up Saturday, got on a shuttle bus from Cardiff for 3 hours to Heathrow, and then Heathrow, Doha, Melbourne, and got in this morning. And then I woke up half an hour before we started work, which was 1 p.m.
Did you get an Uber here?
Got an Uber here, yeah. My car's in Adelaide with my dog.
Oh,
so
God.
We'll need to get that at some point, but we'll, I don't know, we'll work that out.
Well, you're doing really well.
Thank you.
Like, really well. You have a coffee.
I'm very, very happy. Like, I'm so happy. I'm a bit skittled, but I'm just, I'm like, cool. It's good to be here. Well, like I haven't had a chance to be like, oh, I'm a bit tired yet. I'm just sort of, all right. Like, it's
probably tomorrow.
I think so. I think the first day is like pure, just like vibes.
It's like when you went to go see Liverpool and you came back and were saying,
first
day will be fine, the next day,
I know.
But you did say before, maybe we should pre-record a break because I'm feeling a bit skittled. And I was like, dude, we got 2 hours.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right.
There's a good Huberman
Huberman lab. Yeah.
Huberman lab.
I listened to a Huberman on the drive to Adelaide.
Which one?
Well, to be fair, it was actually Theo Von speaking to Huberman.
So it wasn't Huberman.
It's an interesting clash of worlds because I'm not like right on him, but I like Theo Von chats when he's with someone that I know or like. I'm like, you know, he has some pretty funny ones. And Sarah really likes Huberman, so it was kind of a mashing of the world. So it was like, you know, if you're in the car for 8 hours, like it's a good thing to listen to. So,
but he had a hack which I've forgotten, but it had something to do with body clock. And if you are traveling overseas and you want to try and reset the body clock, the best way to do it would be tonight. You go to bed at say whatever time you can go to bed. So if you're tired, go to bed, but you'd have to wake up at I think it's something like 4 a.m., which sounds crazy because you'd be like, why would I wake up if I could sleep? But it will suck when you wake up at 4 a.m. But then when you go to bed the next night, so Tuesday night, you're back on track.
I was just going to deprive yourself for it.
Yeah, so it's a bit of short-term pain for a quick fix.
I feel pretty deprived already. I think I'm just going to have some melatonin just to reset the circadian rhythm, and then
he doesn't like that, Huberman.
Oh, really?
Doesn't like melatonin.
I thought he'd be right into that.
No, because he's a big like natural guy. So he's like, your body should make its melatonin.
Well, yeah.
I think once off, you'd be fine with it.
I don't think.
I need some artificial melatonin. I don't think I'm making shit jack at the moment. Well, that's the thing. I don't think we spoke about this, but I was supposed to, like, I've been kind of on one the last couple of months. Like, I feel like I've sort of peaked in life. Sort of saw Liverpool lift a trophy.
Everyone
saw the first Oasis show. I'm like, kind of like, that's me done, really.
Everyone I speak to, everyone's just like, oh, Liam's having a great life, isn't he?
I'm having a good time.
Yes,
I'm very lucky. I'm very, very lucky. And I was actually, I don't know if we spoke about this, but I was actually supposed to go away to Japan in like 2-3 weeks. So I might have had to miss one show, but I was going to try and squeeze it in over the weekend because have an opportunity to interview some Liverpool players. And like, I don't know if that's still happening. I think it's probably gone because of obviously the tragic news with Diogo Jota, who was one of the people that we were supposed to chat to because he's a big EAFC guy. He was actually the best in the world at one point. And online. Yeah.
Is that why he does the pose?
He pretends to play the game. Yeah. And him and his brother.
So he can do both real life and online.
It's actually pretty awesome. So obviously that's not the main worry there, but yeah, I think that's probably off the cards now because I don't think they're gonna do the preseason tour, or if they do that tour, I don't think they'd be doing media stuff because that'll be so backwards. Like I'm sure they don't even know what they're doing with themselves at the minute. So that's pretty sad. That made me really sad over the break. But apart from that, everything so good.
good.
What about you, Belle?
I had a great time.
Well,
Yeah.
besides the cat passing.
Both. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so shit, man.
No, I did have a great. I said to you, Liam, before I said we had polar opposite breaks. Look, it's life's full of ups and downs. I tried to enjoy my trip that was scheduled to Fiji, and that was really good. But yeah, I just lost Jeff the 2 weeks before that. And then it turns out that animals, I didn't realize how much it's like people. If you lose your best friend or whatever, it really does affect you. And you hear about people that just completely decline after that. And I saw it with Gary, and Gary lost Jeff, and he mentally, emotionally, and then physically gave up. And that was while I was in Fiji.
So your mum...
Giving
My
you
mum,
updates.
my mum
no.
had.
I didn't know if it happened. I knew it would have been close, but I thought it maybe had happened after.
No, it was me sitting on a beach messaging mum every day, all day,
Oh,
and
no.
she was taking him to the vet every second day. I was going to fly back home, but she said no, he's under control, because she had this little bed set up, because he wasn't moving for the last week. So he wasn't eating or drinking, but she had it set up so she had a hot water bottle with him, and twice a day she would change his hot water bottle, and she did an incredible job. And then he held on until I got home, and and then I took him to the vet, and everything came back, and
Well, at least you got to say goodbye.
I did. I
Sorry,
brought him into
Belle,
no,
that
it's
sucks.
okay. I brought him into my bed for the last night, and he slept there, and then he went under the bed and hid, and that's when you know.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
yeah, but then I spent the last week just recovering. And now we're here, and we're doing Drive, and it's really exciting. It's really, really good. But hey, everyone goes through different things. Liam's had the best time. I went through a
Feeling
few
really
ups and downs,
guilty about my
that's
good
okay.
times now. I'm just like, no, I know. Yeah, I'm like, listen, I'm just like, oh, yeah. It's so good. Yeah.
That's all right. And then Ben moved.
Ben's
during the
officially
break.
back in Adelaide.
Back in God's country.
But in Melbourne with us at the moment. We're just going to get through this next 2 weeks doing Drive.
Yep.
All in the same state. And then we will move. I mean, you've got some stuff in a place.
Yeah, I
the
slept
minute,
on a swag mattress.
I need to work it out in the next couple of weeks. We'll go from there.
But how was the move?
Hell. I mean, I've already regaled Liam and Belle off air with the move. It was absolute hell. Used a guy on Airtasker. Horrible job. Didn't have enough room in his 2 trucks. Didn't have somebody else to drive the second truck. It was a big nightmare. We got there in the end. Pretty exciting though, because we've upgraded Fred from a cot to his big boy bed.
Oh my gosh, really?
Which was really exciting, because I was like, I don't know how this is going to go, because obviously he can get up and leave the bed. So why would he stay in the bed?
Mm.
I've got
Is he
some
staying in the
photos.
bed?
He's not staying in the bed.
Is it a race car bed?
No, it's
Aw.
it's like a bed with it's kind of like imagine if you're drawing a 2D house and it's got like a pitched roof.
Mhm.
It's like a bed like that. So it's got like
Oh.
so you can put like fairy lights on the top.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
But it's not going it's going good, but he's just getting out of bed.
Yeah.
Like so, this was 2 nights ago. He's got like a clothes hamper in the corner of the room where you put his dirty clothes. And we were watching him on the camera. He just got out of bed, grabbed it, dragged it into his bed, and then he fell asleep in the clothes hamper.
What? What?
He just fell asleep in the clothes
So-
hamper.
He wants to be
He
in the
lay
hamper.
down, but
Yeah.
the hamper's lying down as well, and he's kind of
Yep.
half in it.
half in, half out, fall
Why
asleep.
did he do?
Well, they're babies, Belle. I don't know. They do weird things.
It's like someone after a big night coming home, just
Yeah.
like half in the
It's Liam
hamper.
last night.
I like this one. So keep in mind, his room is like we got blackout blinds because they
Yeah.
sleep better when it's dark. So his room is pitch black. You can't see your hand in front of your face.
Oh my god.
This was him like about a week ago. He went and got his favorite book. I don't know how he found it, and he was pretending to read it in bed, but it's pitch black.
But also, he also found the hamper. Wait, he's doing a lot of stuff in
I
pitch.
think when your eyes adjust, it's got like a tiny bit of light, but not enough to be reading books.
Has he got superpowers?
Probably.
Has he got night vision?
How many carrots
inbuilt?
is this kid eating?
But the house, because it's an older house, it's a little bit creaky. So in the master bedroom, the door opens sometimes, which is kind of annoying. And so this was 2 nights ago. I felt horrible because it was 4 a.m. and I woke up because the door went and the door opened. I was like, effing door. And I got up and I slammed it shut. And then I got into bed and then I went back to sleep and then it opened again and I was like, oh, you effing kidding me? I was like, I'm going to sleep. It's still waking me up. And I slammed it shut again. And then
This time the door started crying.
and then I heard it go, Dad, Dad.
Ben!
Dad. I think he thought I was upset with him.
You can't, when you have a child who is now walking,
No.
you cannot slam things and
Oh,
assume it's
God.
In my defense, in every other time he's woken up, he has cried out for us. He's been like, Mom,
Oh,
Dad, like he'll
okay.
cry, and then you'll go get him. That's the first time he's ever woken up, not wanted to be in there, walked out of his room, and come to.
He
hasn't
must
done
be
that.
pretty
If he was
rattled because
there.
new house.
yeah.
But I get because the new house you were like, let's rip the band-aid off. Now
Yep,
it's a good
yep.
time to
Start the bed.
I think
transition.
I can see where your head's
Yeah.
at there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but imagine, what if he had his arm
I know.
between
Oh, I
the
felt
door and the door
horrible.
frame?
I wasn't thinking, oh, he's at the door. I was thinking, ghost house, door keeps opening.
Wow.
Dad,
Okay.
That'll stay with me for a while. Dad.
What did
Great
you do?
story,
Did you
by the way. You're burning some good stuff in the off-air podcast here.
That's true,
Mm.
Ben. Well, yeah, no, we've had a good break, but like we said, doing Drive, nothing will change for the show content.
No, and obviously this is the moment a lot of people have been waiting for, but now we can finally reveal who the secret Kermit was in the last off-air podcast 2 weeks ago. So obviously a lot of people have been waiting around for that, and we can now reveal Scudder. Scudder was the secret Kermit. It was myself,
I had
Jack, and Scudder.
zero memory of doing that.
Oh, the secret Kermit. Oh, a lot of people have been asking about that, I think.
Really?
I don't know.
Glasso coming up going, oh, secret, who's the secret?
Yeah, people be coming up to me, hey, man, what's going on?
Well, we also had some Alpha Squad posts over the break.
Oh, we did? I didn't
And I'm
see
glad
any.
you remembered that. 'Cause I just
Oh,
totally
to be
forgot.
completely fair, Jack reminded me.
Ah,
Thank you, Jack. I saw some celebs at Glasgow, and I will not be telling you in the off-air format. I will save that for FM radio.
so you have to listen to the other podcast.
You have to listen to the other podcast if you want to hear that. But genuinely, a few names in there, I think we'll get you
Very
razzed.
exciting.
Get you razzed for
Well,
sure.
yeah, I look at Glastonbury like the British Coachella, and Coachella, you see all the people walking around, like all celebs are.
I want to go back to Glastonbury so bad.
Oh, really?
It's not even funny.
You
and
go
I-
next year.
It's not on next year. They're giving the farm a year to recover.
How often do they do that?
Oh, they do it every now and then. They like it's actually because they care about the environment. It's good. You would enjoy that. They like
Is that what Falls is doing currently?
yeah. Well,
Is that what
something-
Splendour's also doing?
No, they're they're giving the site a year, so it'll be back in 2027.
Okay.
It's that thing now, isn't it? Because you're like, look, we do want to have kids at some point, but I do also really want to go to Glastonbury again. So we got to work that one out.
Yeah. Do you just? You
There's a lot of
You
people
wouldn't
that-
go without Sarah, would you?
Nah,
No.
that was the best bit. Like we going with Sarah, and then we had our crew, had some friends, and it was like, yeah, it was awesome. You also make so many friends there. Probably people that you never see again, but you know, this guy Craig from Glasgow.
We should
Man,
do.
we got on like a house on fire, me and Craig.
We should do. Who was your festival friend?
Oh yeah.
Like you always make a festival friend.
I don't
You-
want to
you
hear
never-
about cookers with their friends I'm never going to meet.
Alright.
You
Sounds
should see
horrible.
the doof stick game over there is awesome.
Oh,
so
really? I thought
funny.
that was more of an Aussie thing.
Nah, I know they do it at BTV, but I think it started at Glasgow. It's always been a Glasgow thing,
Ah.
right?
What's a doof stick?
Like you know how people have the big flags and they just have like silly, like they have memes and that sort of stuff on it, or like
No.
slogans. You never seen that?
No.
Ben.
It's actually like it's good though because when you're trying to find your friends and you're just like, how are you gonna like? There's like literally 200,000 people. Like,
Mm.
But the
that-
memes are amazing.
So the doof stick is like a find your friend type.
Yeah.
But then people put like fairy lights.
There was a
and,
Mr.
like-
G one, like there was Australiana type ones. There was there was a couple that you're like, oh my god, like Bunnings one. But yeah.
We're just looking at doof sticks on Google.
They're all like so in the crowd. Then basically, but what the problem is now? So now they brought in regulations with doof sticks because you can't now have them. They have to be like a certain measurement.
Not in the
Otherwise,
UK.
Yeah. Oh, really?
They're
It's just an
whopping.
Aussie thing.
They're just we'll just look. I mean, look at the stickage there. They're so high.
Oh, they're really tall. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they're
I'm
really,
talking-
really high.
I'm
What's
talking like
what's a regulation stick in Australia?
can't remember. But BTV came out and they said you can only have like it had to be like a certain amount of centimeters by a certain amount of centimeters because otherwise they were blocking people's view because people had huge pieces of paper. So then, like you couldn't even see anything.
I saw Stonehenge.
Huh?
You know Stonehenge?
No.
You don't know? You never heard of Stonehenge before?
Oh, the Stonehenge.
The Stonehenge.
Sorry, I thought you meant a band.
No,
called
no, the
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
Oh, that's cool. I love that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you go see it?
I thought you were like a cool band.
no,
I'm like, nah, man.
no.
I don't know
The
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's when you're driving there to Glasgow, which
Yeah.
is sort of like it's near Bristol, Bath, sort of. It's actually beautiful, like Lakes District sort of part of the world. So, you know the really tight roads and like
Yeah.
beautiful cottages, and you guys would vibe.
How does it go handling all the 200,000 people?
Honestly, Well, we got there late on Thursday. It's sort of you can get in from Leon, who's in the radio game in Melbourne. I think he camped out on like Tuesday night because the actual festival starts on the Friday, but we got in a little bit later than we would have liked to.
Right, but you can rock up earlier that week and start.
Yeah, well, we were doing glamping, which sounds ritzier than it is. It was still like 5 of us in the same tent, but it basically just meant you had a shower and a toilet, but you were like off-site.
Did you have a fifth person with you?
Yes.
I only ever saw 4 in your photos. Who was the mysterious fifth?
Steph is one of Coco's
Oh,
friends.
right.
Yeah. So we were sort of doing that whole glamping thing. So it takes like 2 hours to get back from, which is
Even though you're glamping.
yeah, it's just because it's just sheer size of this thing. Like you just wouldn't believe how big it is. So
Ugh.
you'd like be finishing. You'd be like, okay, I'm ready to go home now. And then it's like, okay, it's a long walk. It's a long walk to a bus that takes you to another walk.
I'd love to see your step count for that 3
Oh,
days.
over 65,000 every day. Not
That's
kidding.
incredible.
I-
Well, yeah,
I-
you
Over
wouldn't stop.
65,000 a day.
Dude, and I suppose that includes the
Bro.
dancing.
Yeah.
My feet were wrecked.
Can I see that?
Yeah, man. I'll show you.
That's almost unbelievable.
Oh,
There's something,
65,000
like,
steps.
This is
Guy,
not
it's-
on Glastonbury level whatsoever. But there is something about festivals over in Europe that, like, I went to one in Germany in the middle of, I don't know, some farmland in like 2016, and you'd wrap up at like 6 a.m., but it was 24 hours for over a week straight. And so everyone was still going. And to get back, you had to get 2 buses back to your campsite, then walk another hour. They just don't, like, in Australia, everyone's like, oh, it's so far away. But there's something about it there that they're just like, yeah, whatever. Go out for a few hours.
Hang on, you get it up in health, right? I'm just
Yeah,
gonna,
health,
like,
yeah. Can I see it?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not even that accurate. So you probably did more.
This was just in my phone in my pocket.
Yeah,
I didn't have like
yeah.
a step counter
Pretty
on.
accurate.
Hang
you
on.
didn't bring your pedometer.
Yeah,
if you had
hang
an
on.
Yeah,
Apple
got it.
Watch or like
Trying to-
Garmin.
Trying to find it.
But 65, that sounds believable for that.
That's crazy. Like over 20s, like that's a lot of steps. But that times 3?
Dude.
3 days in a row?
This is really annoying me.
That's crazy.
Because, yeah, when you've got the travel from your campsite to there, then you're standing and
I
dancing
mean, yeah,
all day.
you are walking everywhere.
And then, yeah.
I think that's on the wrong sort of like.
Yeah, you
just
go-
have a fiddle with the thing.
Go weak. There it is there. Yeah, Jesus is off the scale.
It's off the scale, and then you've got to.
Okay, so
Yeah, but you
yeah,
got to.
alright, so it builds up. So Friday you did 34,000.
Yeah, but you got to. That's until midnight, and then obviously you're still out after midnight,
Yeah, so
right?
this-
you got to
so-
you got to sort of like total up the.
So Friday you did 34. Then Saturday you did 49,000. And it
Once again
increases.
to midnight, yeah.
And then Sunday you did 61,000. So each
That's-
day you were doing more.
And then you got to
more.
go into Monday.
Well, then Monday tips down to 28.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So your biggest day was Sunday, which was 61,000. That's,
If
that's
you're-
monstrous.
if you're totaling, yeah, and that would be from
So
Saturday.
you-
midnight to midnight, yeah.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
add, if you wanted to, you'd do 61, 50, 34, divided by
And I was
3.
trying to work out because I'm like, what do I try and hit? I'm like, do I try and hit 10,000
That's 10,000 is what most
Like,
people try and hit a
on
day.
my daily target?
Yes.
Like with it.
Oh, yeah.
I think I
Every
would
day
try and hit 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hit 10,000, but people, I think it's a good milestone to try and get to.
Yes.
But yeah,
it
you
is.
just I don't know. You just there's a different kind of animal that comes out when you got to lock in or go home.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what fuel you're on, man.
Right, well, what do you want to, is that it?
Yeah, I mean, there was.
the Pod Squad
Pod
stuff.
Squad. Yeah. Thanks for everybody that listens to the bottom of the notes and the best ofs that we cut together. Craig Brown did post. Craig Brown did post on the Pod Squad. Said absolutely love bottom of the notes. Butchered intro better than the OG. If you haven't listened yet, go back listen. But we obviously can't play the OG intro anymore because of copyright reasons. So we did try to sing it each time, and we butchered it each time. So Craig said, "I know it's a privilege, not a right, but can they please be longer next time? At the end, I feel like the girl I lost my virginity to. Wait, is that it? Question mark, as in that was what the girl would say. It was really good for 5 minutes, but then it needed some more. So the next time Liam makes everyone take 2 weeks off earlier than scheduled for survey breaks, please can we have more bottom of the notes? Thanks in advance, Craig."
Yeah, I'm sure we can do that.
Yeah.
So, Craig. That's the name of my friend from Glasgow.
Maybe it's him.
Craig.
Yeah, and then Nathan Novak did some, I don't understand, some weird video of Sopranos
Oh yeah, I can play
stuff.
it if you want. I can.
It was
Yeah, please do.
Can I play this? Is it audio?
Oh, is that interior decorator? Isn't it? These
It's
places
just
look like
a
shit.
full...
I can't play this because it's a song. It's the what else do I have to say? We didn't start.
Oh, but it's all gabagool?
It's all gabagool. No, it's all like it's all references from the show. It's really
Oh,
good.
wow. That's
look
got
up
a bit of me
Ben
on it.
Lehman Bell's Pod Squad on Facebook if you want to see that piece of art. I did enjoy Jason Petit. He did the Saw Ben Walking video because there was an insanely tall person walking. Very funny.
Yeah.
And then finally, from my end, the other one I liked, aside from the plinth one, was Liam Jones has said he's been having some time off work and he hasn't listened to the pod in 5 weeks. For point of time reference, the last one he listened to was, we were talking about the Gabba Goodbye, and it was being organised but with very little RSVPs. For a bit of fun...
Well, that's a bit of a low blow. I think it was coming along nicely.
For a bit of fun in the comments, but I thought I'd bring this up here because we can have some fun with it too. Clickbait me in 3 words in reference to things that have happened on the pod in this time frame so I can get excited to listen in and catch up. So stuff that he's missed in the last 5 weeks.
I don't know. That's a hard question because, like, 5 weeks, there was no massive things where I was like...
Well, we did
oh,
it with the Herbert books. That was a bit of fun.
Yeah, that doesn't feel clickbaity to me, though.
Yeah, true. Well, special giveaway.
I couldn't tell you what we did in the last 5 weeks.
Oh, Liam.
No, but can we really? Like,
I can't either.
Can you
no.
tell me what you did in the last week?
yeah, of course. But I mean, 2 weeks off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what would we do 3 weeks before that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, planning the Gabba Goodbye is in the head there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apart from that,
Which
I
is,
don't know.
we should
We
go,
had some great shows on our last week. I remember that.
Yeah, we did.
I do remember that.
We should go full steam now as well on the Gabba Goodbye Melbourne. It's still happening at the Sopranos restaurant in South Melbourne. It's going to be next Thursday. If you want to come along, we would love for you to RSVP with your pizza order.
So that's the 17th of July.
Yep. It's going to be at... What time?
At the Soprano. Oh, right. I thought you asked me where
No,
it
no,
was.
no,
I was
what
like,
time?
dude. What time? We said 6:30 because we'll finish the show at 6.
Yep. All right. So start rocking up from 6:30 and RSVP blb@novaentertainment.com.au.
Yes. But it's very exciting. Oh, and you also got to tell us your order.
I said, yeah, your
Yeah.
pizza order.
Yeah.
Or if you want something else, it's also fine. We are going to go 3 ways and split the bill.
We'll see about that.
And 3 drinks, was it? 3 Peronis?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think any less than 2 is a bit of a slap in the face for anyone rocking up. You
Yep.
know?
Still plenty of room to come along, so get your RSVPs in.
Get in there.
Yes.
It's about 10 at the moment, I think.
I wasn't sure if you were going to go down the path of, quick, get them in, we're so full, or if you were going to...
Well, I haven't had time to read
Yeah.
them all yet, but last time I skimmed it really quickly, it was about 10.
Yeah, good.
It's probably more by now.
Probably way
tons
more.
more.
yeah.
Probably heaps
Oh, yeah.
more.
Super popular show and all that, you know.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
And that's it!
Liked that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.